Hi, I'm Chase McKinney. I'm a mental health counselor. Last time you heard from our friend Kevin as he talked to you about mindfulness and mindfulness skills. This week, I'd like to introduce to you another friend of mine, Mike, as he introduces this new skill for this week.
Hi, I'm Mike Carr, a mental health counselor, and I'm really glad you're a part of this DBT group. Today, we're going to be focusing on the interpersonal effectiveness skills of DBT. There are three goals of interpersonal effectiveness. One is object effectiveness. This is about getting what we want. That might sound selfish at first, but the reality is we all have things we want, and that's okay. The issue is how we go about getting what we want. It might be getting something that belongs to us, asking someone to do something for us, or maybe saying no to an unreasonable request or demand from someone. It could also be about resolving a conflict we have with someone, or maybe it's about getting your opinion or viewpoint taken seriously. We all want people to listen to us and take us seriously. Well, maybe you've learned, like I have, that being bossy, trying to manipulate others, or just being plain old loud may get me what I want in the short run, but it's not effective long term. So we're going to talk about healthy ways of getting what we want. The second goal of interpersonal effectiveness is called relational effectiveness. Relational effectiveness is about acting in a way that keeps the other person liking and respecting us. We balance our immediate goals, the things we want, with the good of the long-term relationship. It has a lot to do with remembering why the relationship is important to you, both now and in the future. So remember, it's all about balance. So it's not about doing whatever it takes to make someone like you. That would be unhealthy. It's about protecting your safe, positive relationships in healthy ways. So you might ask yourself something like, what do I have to do to keep this relationship? Or how do I want the other person to feel toward me after I interact with them? The third goal of interpersonal effectiveness is called self-respect effectiveness. Self-respect effectiveness is about acting in a way that is consistent or respectful towards your own values and beliefs. It's acting in a way that makes you feel like you're a moral person. When you act this way, you feel capable and effective. So maybe you'll ask yourself questions like, how do I want to feel about myself when this interaction is over? What do I have to do, or how do I have to act to feel that way about myself? In a moment, your group leader is going to pause the video to let you discuss something for a few minutes. I'd like you each to go around the room and share about a time when you think you didn't handle a situation very effectively and you felt like you suffered in one of those areas. Maybe you didn't get what you wanted. Or maybe a relationship suffered or even ended. Or maybe you feel like you lost respect for yourself because you didn't act how you want to act in a way that's consistent with your own values. So take a few moments now, go around the room, and share what comes to mind. Now we're going to learn something called the Dear Man skill of interpersonal effectiveness. This is a skill for being able to get what you want. And Dear Man is a good way to remember each step of the skill because each letter stands for one of the words in the steps that we're going to talk about. The first one is to describe the situation, if necessary. This is where you're going to tell the other person exactly what it is that you're reacting to, what you want to talk to them about, what you're asking them for, or maybe what you're even saying no to. As you do this, you're going to stick to the facts. The next step is to express your feelings and opinions about the situation. Assume that your feelings and opinions are not just self-evident to everyone else. Give yourself a brief reason and explain maybe why you feel that way that you do. Use phrases like, I want or I don't want, instead of I need and you should or I can't. Next, assert yourself by asking for what it is that you want or clearly saying no. Assume again that others are not going to figure this out unless you clearly ask for what it is that you want or say no. They can't read your mind. And don't expect them to know how hard it is for you to ask directly. Next, you're going to reinforce or reward the person by talking about the consequences. That is, what happens if you don't get what you want or what you need, or if the person doesn't respond to your saying no. Now, this isn't about making a threat or being manipulative. It's really just about talking to the person about the effect of what's going to happen to you, to them, or the relationship if you don't get what it is that you're asking for, what you want or need. So tell them the positive effects. What's going to happen if you get what you want or need? You may also have to go into the negative effects or consequences of you not getting what you want or need. Again, this isn't a threat like you're going to punish them or something bad's going to happen to them. It's really just explaining, look, here's what's going to happen to me, to you, to the relationship if we don't do something about this, or if I don't get what it is that I'm asking for, or if you don't stop doing this. That is, you're asserting your no in the situation. Help the person ahead of time feel good about helping you or about accepting what it is that you want. And think about what kind of reward to anticipate after you get what you want. Next, it's important to stay mindfully focused on your objectives. Maintain your position and don't get distracted. You may have to be a broken record by consistently asking, saying no, expressing your opinion over and over and over. Keep your voice calm and even while doing this. Even if the other person attacks, threatens, tries to change the subject, just ignore those comments and don't let them get you distracted. Don't respond to the attacks. Just ignore. And keep mindfully present and making your point. Next, appear confident in the way that you talk and your body language. Make good eye contact. Appear like you are effective and competent. Try to avoid things like stammering, whispering, staring at the floor, backing off your point. Try to avoid saying things like, I don't know, I'm not sure, or kind of. Be confident, using a positive tone, solid body language, and good eye contact. Next, negotiate. Be willing to give and take a little bit to get what you want. You may offer and ask for alternative solutions to the problem. You may have to reduce your original request. Maintain your no, but also offer to do something else or solve the problem another way. Focus on what is going to work. Even focus on a win-win solution and try turning the problem over to the other person asking for alternative solutions. What do you think we should do? What do you want in this situation? And how do you think we can solve this problem together? Now it's your turn. I would like you to take a moment and practice with a partner. Think of a scenario. Maybe you're asking your parents for something that you want. Maybe you're asking a teacher or asking a friend. Or maybe you're saying no to a way that somebody is impacting you negatively. You're saying no to something that you no longer want. Go through the skills, dear man. Take turns so that each of you get a chance to be the one going through the steps, and each of you can also be the one on the receiving end. Go ahead and practice Dear Man now.